welcome back to the Donald versus Reddit, where we look at Donald and politics subreddits, and we take a look at any similarities, any differences. Sometimes take a look at the comments, see what people are thinking, like today, and that's about it. Try and keep it spicy, as the Donald likes to put it. So we're going to start off with today's first thing is going to be this. So we're going to start off with the Donald. So this is the front page of the Donald right now. Hold on, let me see if I can put this down here. Alright, here we go. Alright, so hold on 1 second. So it's called, obviously, well, you can see, this is America, Trump Edition. It's by the Geek Z team. You can see their name right here. So this is the video that they made, which is the current front page. Look how I'm whipping them. Get your money. Get your money. This is America. They'll get you slipping up. Look how I'm whipping up. This is America.
Look how I'm kicking up. I'm so pretty. I'm on Gucci. I'm so pretty. Yeah. I'm gonna get it. Watch me move. This is Sally. That's a two.
Alright, so, with all of the Donald Glover shooting stuff memes, doesn't really surprise me. This is like this is pretty good. Pretty perfect, honestly. I mean, it hits, good political Donald Trump versus the fake media. Good, topic. Great meme to use it on. Great editing. Just all around, there's no, you can't, alright, so you might dislike Trump and you might dislike the alt-right Reddits and all this other stuff, but this was a very, 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 very well made video. I mean, just 10 out of 10, the Donald, just 10 out of 10, nothing else really. Alright, so what we do is we normally go across and down and stuff, kind of kind of like Snake, So now we're going to go down. So that was This is America Trump thing. So now we're going to go down to United States, North Korea, Peace Talks Summit Coin. I didn't know that they made these, but that's kind of cool. Let's see if they have any comments on it. Do they have comments? That double chin. So, yeah, I guess it is kind of interesting that they gave him the double chin and Trump's got kind of, the long, lengthy neck kind of. Trump's neck is always it seems kind of it's being pulled inwards, it's like being tucked in, and then they seal it up with the shirt nice and tight. But for Kim Jong, they're just full blown, So now, boop, we're gonna go across the bridge and we're gonna take a look at politics now. So Harley Davidson took its tax cut, closed a factory, and rewarded shareholders. So let's see what this is super quick. But it doesn't really surprise me that much. I mean, the whole, or not the whole, but one of the big rhetorics on the left side has been these tax cuts, all of the, economic stuff that Trump's doing. Majority of it just benefits the upper class and is just payouts to these people who got him into office, and he's not really making the swamp any cleaner, he's just making it worse, different things like that. So first impressions, that's where I'm thinking this is going, but let's take a look at see what it says. So 700 million stock buyback plan. So 800 workers lost their jobs at a factory, and then people moved. So it's only 350 jobs were lost, which sucks, but it's different. It's they start it with the 800 and then they go down to the 350. Like I would have thought it was the 800 until I got down. So just days later, the company announced a dividend increase and a stock buyback plan. So let's click this stock buyback plan and see what they say. So stock buyback plan is, let's see, really quickly, stock buyback plan. So stock buybacks. So here we go. Stock buybacks occur when the companies repurchase shares of their own stock. That leaves remaining shareholders with a bigger chunk of the company and increases the earnings they reap per share. So, I'll read this real quick. When companies first go public, stock is made available for purchase by the broad public on the main stock markets. In principle, the sale of the stock can be used to raise money for investment. More typically, the point of the IPO is to give the early investors in the company, venture capitalists, early employees, and founders, the opportunity to get their hands on cash so they can begin to enjoy the fruits of their work. A stock buyback is basically a secondary offering in reverse. Instead of selling new shares of stock to the public to put more cash on the corporate balance sheet, a cash-rich company expends some of its own funds on buying shares from the public. So basically, they're just price manipulating, is what I'm seeing. Because they're just, as how I see it, they're just like manipulating their own price because they keep, with all of this buyback, and all this other stuff, you think that the company's like better than it is because it's like, oh, well, we just sold like, however many hundreds of millions in stock. And it's like, yeah, but you sold it, you bought it out, like you sold it to yourself. And it's like, oh, you're buying all of this out. So there's less shares and so all this other stuff. But that's, and then that'll, in reality, you're losing jobs and you're doing all of this. So even though, it looks like, oh, we're making money, we're selling, like blah, 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 it's just to hide this, like failing, like company. Like something that someone said recently, which is very interesting about business to me, and I still have to like look more into it to see like some more examples, but this seems like one of the examples where my person I was talking to, they said, company executives now, really what they do is they just kind of like make money for a company, like at the expense of fucking over the company, and then like, build up their resume and then get hopped to another company. And then, this other company gets left with this big fucking mess that like this other asshole made. So it seems like just these guys are just like, yep, let's cash out, let's make as much money as you can with this Trump thing, and then we'll just retire, or like maybe they find out and we get like scandals or whatever, but we've got enough money to pay the lawyers, so we won't see any jail time whatsoever. Because I mean, let's be honest, when you got that much money, it's like, this is illegal, but I will make enough money to where it's going to cost me like 5% of my income to pay my way out. And I don't end up going to jail, so money. I mean, that's why I feel like a lot of this stuff ends up being. So next one, go down, because like I said, we go across and then down. So Rudy Giuliani won deal for Oxycontin maker to continue sales of the drug behind opioid deaths. So let's see where it goes. So let's see. So he's agreed agreement with prosecution and senior executives at prison. So honestly, I'm really bad with legal stuff, but it seems like he just did some lawyer shit. I'm not that good with that, so we're just gonna skip past that one. I'll get better at it, and we'll come back to it, though. Trump is doing the same thing he demanded Clinton be locked up for. What? So, Hillary Clinton disregarded instruction from the Foreign Affairs Manual to use her statement of blah, 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 blah. So, this is kind of a little... Oh, this is interesting. I like these things. It shows, like, the biggest words are the ones that people have Googled the most. And I really, really think these are super interesting. So, what Americans have heard or read about Hillary Clinton? What specifically do you recall reading, hearing, or seeing about Hillary Clinton in the last day or two? Biggest thing, emails, lie, health scandal, people, president, foundation, campaign, convention, speech. Those are all the biggest ones. Super, super interesting. So, what Americans have heard or read about Donald Trump? What specifically do you recall hearing, seeing about Donald Trump in the last day or two? So, make people, Obama, speech, Mexico, convention, president, immigration, campaign. Honestly, definitely a lot less stuff that could be seen as like controversial, for sure. Super interesting. But the article itself is just, it seems like it's just left like, oh, he's doing this, blah, 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 blah. It's like, you can't break the rules. And it's like, come on, Trump's already like broken so many rules. It's like, yes, this like sucks, and it's good that you're pointing this out, but I mean, can we use this energy on something better? You know, like, it's like, let's work on the problems the Democrat Party faces instead of just trying to be like, Trump's whatever Trump's doing. So now we're going to go over, since we just did 2 of politics, we're going to go back over to the Donald. So, second spy tried to infiltrate Trump campaign, says former advisor. This is just the beginning. So, we'll get a little clicksy. Oh my god, the font is so small. Oh my god, the font is so small. There's just no way. There's just no way. The font is way too small. But just on my thoughts on that topic real quick. We've got everyone's got spies. We've got spies spying on spies who are spying for spies that are on top of spies in Germany. But you know, it's like there's a million spies everywhere, and it's not like I'm not crazy thinking all these spies are like jacked Ryan Reynolds, like, you know, crazy running around blowing stuff up, killing people, whatever. But I could definitely see spies as just regular-ish dudes, regular-ish chicks, just, you know, at working a job, working whatever, you know, infiltrating, and then just, you know, on the side, just, you know, shipping out a USB or something. You know, it doesn't have to be crazy movie level stuff for them to be spies. And so when they say, like, you know, we've got spies infiltrating, I don't want to downplay it. I'm still scared that, because, you know, regardless, good or bad, you know, what you think of the person, it's just like, it's sketchy as hell to just be spying on everybody. And, like, you know, it's like, you know, is there a secret society somewhere that's been spying on the president? You know, like, someone's got a spy on this person that spies, and then there's an even darker societies, you know, spying on that society, on that spy society. You know, it's just like, it's not all of this spy stuff. It just kind of, I just kind of accept that it happens, and it's not really something valid for me until, you know, someone has concrete documents or something. Because it's like, we're just going to keep talking about all this stupid BS, shadow society, spy BS, and it's like, until you bring me a severed head of a spy master or something, you know, I don't care. So EPA bars AP, CNN from summit on contaminants. Well, that's interesting. Let's see. Oh, what? I read that wrong for a second. So the EPA banned reporters from coming in to talk about, when they're going to talk about, you know, like cleaning up the world and stuff, I'm guessing. Look at this shit. Are you ready for this? Let me read this. Ready? Pruitt is pledging to work on establishing a maximum allowable level for the chemicals in drinking water. So he's trying to push the limits for how much he can fucking poison people. Bro, you're the head of the fucking you're the head of the EPA. Why can't you... Shouldn't the goal be to make the water, like, clean or something? Ah! Fuck, man. Fuck. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for taking the time out of your day watching my video. If you have something that you want to add to the conversation or a contradicting idea that you think pokes holes in what I'm saying, please, I love stuff like that. So comment down below. And if you just like what I'm talking about, then maybe subscribe. Who knows? And then hopefully there's something here or there. And you can watch more of me if you click one of those.